Hi, it's Ursula from ursula-smith.com, and I hopefully this will be a very, very short video because it's just one tip. I know I have done this before, but it's usually buried in my other videos with addendums and everything. So I thought this was kind of important enough to show it on its own. So that's what I'm going to show today, and it's basically the way that I've always done embossing using the mat and the rubber is I put the embossing plate or Yupo paper cutout thing down first and then covered everything but with the rubber and then the embossing mat. But that sometimes causes things to move, so I started doing it basically the opposite. So like I said, I know I've done this in other videos, but I'm going to show you what I mean today. So now I put my embossing mat down first, then my embossing rubber, and then I put my, I can line up my plate or my embossing thing. So in this case, it's just a couple of Yupo paper cutouts layered together and glued. Then my paper, and I lay that down. And so it's much easier to kind of get everything lined up and not have it move. And then the final thing is covering it with a cutting mat. So if you want a pristine embossed image, don't use a beat up old cutting mat like I do, but I kind of like all the texture that this adds, so I'm using, and you can see there's like things cut into it, whatever. I like that look, so I am using my beat up mat, and then you just run the whole thing through. I did spritz that. Oh, it's got to be on the tabs, so let me do this one more time and roll it back the other way. The whole sandwich just kind of shifted off the platform. So then you can pull it out and it still embosses as normal. So so there you can see there's some of the texture that I'm talking about from the cutting mat. And then again, I leave my plates in there or my embossing folder, whatever I'm using, and then use the ink pads over the top while that's still in there, just to kind of keep that stiffness and help the ink go across the top easier. So anyway, no addendums to this one. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.